What is up, everyone? It's Zero back again with some average gameplay and some below average commentary. As you can see in this game here, you can just tell my connection's pretty bad. My team's not really doing a whole lot, but we end up pulling out a win in the end, and I kind of had fun playing it. I got to run around. It was one of the first games I ever played on Stadium. I still never really get to play too many games on Stadium. It seems like all I ever get to play on is pretty much Summit. That's about the only map that ever comes up every time I play. I don't know what's up with that. I'm getting kind of tired of Summit, even though I like the map. Even with the new map pack, it's still just Summit all the time. Don't even get to play Nuketown. And Firing Range comes up some, but mainly it's Summit. So I'm trying to pick this guy off here and have my grenade there, and I don't know what to do with it. So I just have to waste it, throw it away. So, if you've been watching my channel, you might have seen a video that I posted earlier today of my new toy. I ended up getting a PS90. I've been wanting a P90 for a long time. Not really because of first-person shooters and how they're always in there, just because I think the engineering behind them is something really neat. I've always really liked them. I like a lot of the European firearms. I've always been a fan of bullpup firearms and things like that, so it pretty much fit right what I was looking for. I was looking for something cheap but fun to shoot. Well, the gun itself isn't cheap, but the ammo is just about the same price as 7.62 or 223 ammo, so it should be about the same price to shoot and probably just as much fun or even more. But the whole story behind going that was... that guy totally should have had me. The whole story behind me getting that was just going to a gun show today. I was really bored this weekend and decided I needed to find something to do and realized the gun show was in town. I'd been meaning to go to the gun show here for 10 years, I think, since I've moved here, and just never have got around to it. I tried to go one time with a friend, and we ended up getting there about 5:30 and found out that it shut down at 5, so that was the closest I'd ever been to it until today. It's kind of hard to believe, but I've never been to a gun show in my life before today. I grew up around guns and grew up hunting, and it was always a big part of my life, but somehow I always just missed out on the cultural experience that is a gun show. I kind of knew what I was in for on my way there, but I don't know, when I got there it was still more than I could even imagine, really. I expected all the booths with all the guns and lots of antiques and lots of pistols and everything, just kind of catering to all different crowds, but also, I got what I expected in the way of white supremacists, rednecks, Elmer Fudd types, and everything else. I was thinking kind of, maybe since I live in a more liberal city, that it wouldn't be quite so much that way. That's what I've heard, but nope, it was there. Including the huge table dedicated to the whole Nazi memorabilia. People wearing obvious militia type shirts advertising the militia that they belong to. It was a new experience. My whole reason for going was just out of boredom, but I thought there was a couple things that I might be interested in picking up if I could find it there. First thing was a Taurus Judge, which, if you don't know what that is, it's a revolver from Taurus that chambers 45 Colt 410 shotgun shells in either 2.5 or 3 inch. And if you get the Raging Judge, it'll also chamber 454 Castle. And I found one Raging Judge, and they wanted a little more than I wanted to pay for it, and it was only the 3-inch barrel. And I wanted the 6-inch barrel because I think shooting 454 out of a 3-inch barrel might just not be all that much fun. And then after I got to looking at them, I found that they don't even have really adjustable sights. There's just kind of a groove in the back of it that lines up with the front sight post. And I'm not a big fan of non-adjustable sights, really. There wasn't any way to mount any optics on top either. About the only thing you could do was get some Crimson Trace grips on it or something. So I kind of decided I didn't really want one of those as much as I'd thought. And instead I ended up looking around for smaller caliber handguns for just home defense and for concealed carry. I ended up picking up a nice SIG in 380 auto. It's basically 9mm short, so you don't have to worry about over penetration and small areas and things like that. And one of these days I'm going to get around to getting my concealed carry permit. It's just a matter of going and taking the class and filling out the paperwork, so maybe I'll do that later this weekend. And I spent the whole show, I think I went around the whole place probably 4 or 5 times, looking at all the different booths that had all the judges and everything. And I was looking to see if anybody had a PS90 because I wanted to, you know, play with one a little bit and just see how it felt and everything else. And I never did find one the whole time around there. And finally, after I had filled out all the paperwork and paid, and they were doing the background check on me, while I was standing there at the table that they were doing the background check at, I saw a P90, or PS90, sitting right there in front of me on the table. And they told me what they were offering with it. They were offering 3 magazines, and a case, and just all sorts of other stuff with it. And it was, I want to say, $300 cheaper than anywhere that I found it with just the gun and 1 magazine. So that was a pretty good deal, and I just couldn't pass that up. So once they got my background check done for the pistol, I went back through the line, filled out all the paperwork again, and paid again to get that PS90. So I walked away pretty happy. Fucking hate people that jump like that in this game. Pisses me off. But anyway, I walked away pretty happy from the gun show. I ended up getting more than what I was figuring I would end up with, and spent a lot more money than I wanted to spend, but luckily it's tax refund time, so I got that coming here in a couple days, and I'm not going to be out any cash, really. And hopefully, I'll be able to make a whole bunch of videos shooting here before too long. I don't know what happened there with that RCXD. I was on the other side of the wall from it. Somehow I died. Just my luck. Seems like anytime there's an RCXD on the map, I die from it. I'd say probably a good 80% of the time when the enemy has one of those, it ends up killing me. But anyway, that was my gun show experience. Now I just gotta go buy ammo and stuff when the stores are open tomorrow. I wanted to buy ammo while I was there, but my hands were too full walking out, and they didn't let you leave and come back in. So I didn't end up getting any ammo, and there weren't any really great deals on ammo there anyway. But once I get some ammo, and once it stops raining one of these days, and I can go outside and shoot, I'm going to probably get a few videos up of that. Even if I don't get some videos up, I'm still going to do it, because it's a lot of fun. And hopefully next time the gun show's in town, I'll have some more cash saved up and be able to go to that. Even with the strange types of people there that I don't really feel all that comfortable around, I still had a lot of fun. Even ran into a few friends from work there that were just showing up as I was leaving. In fact, the guy was looking for a Raging Judge for himself, so I told him where I'd found that and where I'd found the best deals at, so they didn't have to waste all the time in there that I did. Although I don't know if it's that much of a waste of time, because I had fun just walking around fondling things. I think even if you're not into guns, a gun show is one of those things that you should just try at least once in your life. If not just for the people watching, it would have been a lot more fun if I'd gone with other people than had somebody to people watch with, because there was some crazy stuff going on that I was off in my own little world looking for the things that I wanted to look at, and was just trying to ignore the people as much as possible because they were different. I'll put it nicely and just say it that way. Of course, they were probably looking at me the same way, because I'm definitely not the typical type of person you would picture coming to a gun show. I definitely don't dress like someone you'd think you would see there. They probably all thought I was just some raging homosexual looking for a gun, so I didn't get fag bashed or something. I gotta do something about my wardrobe. Everybody thinks I'm gay for some reason. I guess it's the way I dress. I'm not sure. It does have its upsides, though. I get a lot of free drinks when I go out drinking downtown. It's too bad it's not from the ladies. But hey, at least somebody thinks I'm hot, right?